Hey, Sean Levy. Hey, Duffer Brothers. Come here, real quick. Come here. I just want to fucking talk. Anyways. I know it feels like we lost, but I'm still holding out hope. And there's a few reasons for that. And while we all might be mourning right now, the dust hasn't settled yet. We have one more volume. And, well, let me just share a few things that I noticed, which could indicate that it isn't over. Okay, first of all, BYLER hug in the first 2 minutes? Girl. Second, when Will goes unconscious after Frankensteining the demo, who is the first person who gets to him? Mike. Again. And when he's next to him, he's saying, Will. The sparks coming from the tower immediately go into flames. Sounds like sparks, signals, radio tower right there, something crewing, becoming more. Just saying. So, there's that. Now let's talk about the coming out scene. Not the best writing, but nose acting. Anyways, I think Will thinks that Mike is his Tammy. I don't think he's right. But he probably thinks that because he doesn't know, obviously, if he also felt the same way, as he said. Also, if BYLER's bones, then what was his conversation with Robin for about signals? Just saying. Also, the constant cuts to Mike being the one closest to the camera, focusing on Mike's expression. His smile, his expression when Will finally said it. I'm just saying. And finally, Painting Gate. Painting Gate didn't get resolved. And I believe that members of the cast and or crew have said that we would have to pay attention to Painting Gate and what happens with the painting. So this part is not my theory, just something that I read in a comment. But I believe, as do some others, that they're going to address it in episode 8. And Elle might be talking with Mike, and he might say, thanks for the painting, etc., etc. She's going to say, what painting? And then we go from there, and then he's going to realize that all those feelings actually came from Will. And then Will's going to realize that Mike feels the same way, etc., etc. And finally, I'm pretty sure this is unconfirmed, but Noah said somewhere, I think, that BYLER fans are going to be happy with the ending. I really fucking hope so, because if not, why? That means the writing of this show is so unfathomably horrible that they fumbled what could have been one of the biggest queer storylines in the history of media. And honestly, that speaks to the lack of talent from the Duffer Brothers and all the other people involved in making the show. Because seriously? And if you can't consult a literal, actual queer person and write an accurate storyline, you should not be writing a queer storyline. I'll save my gripes with the Duffer Brothers and the writers and producers and executives of the show for another day. But I just want to clear some BYLER out. Now, I'm off to the cottage, and I will cry again. Anyways, peace out. Stay hopeful.